This is a comparison video of the RAEV Bullet GTX on the left, which is a 52-volt, 1,000-watt e-bike, and on the right, the Bullet GT, which is smaller and costs a little bit less and is a 750-watt, 48-volt e-bike. So which one is right for you? Well, I'm 6'1", 200 pounds, and you can see, for me, it's a nice tall seat and everything kind of lines up. Whereas if I get on the GT, you can see I'm a lot more cramped on it. It's hard to tell just how much bigger the bigger bike feels unless you sit on it. And this is my son. He's about the same size and weight as me. So we're going to just ride him around and show you how it looks when we are cruising around on these bullets. So here he is on the smaller bike, the Bullet GT, 750-watt bike. And you can see how high his knees will go up when he's pedaling versus on the GTX. You can see he's sitting a lot straighter. His handlebars are higher, and it's just more comfortable. But if you're a 5'7" guy, this is what you would look like on the GT. So for shorter guys, the GT fits just fine. And given both bikes full throttle at the stoplight, the 52-volt one obviously is just going to leave you in the dust. So we'll do a couple of acceleration tests so you can see exactly what you get. This is the 48-volt, 750-watt Bullet GT, full throttle on a flat road. And this is both acceleration test and maximum speed test. So if you're patient with it, it gets up to 24 pretty quick. And then if you wait and wait and wait, eventually you're going to hit the high speed, which in this case is, come on, you can do it, 28.5 miles an hour. And then the GTX, from a standstill, full throttle, looks exactly like this. So I think, it's not really about top speed as much as just taking off quicker from a stoplight is what I like best about the GTX. It just has quicker acceleration from a stop. I'm not planning to rip around and terrorize the streets at maximum speed too much, but just every time I stop at a stop sign or a stoplight, this thing takes off real nice. And it topped out at 37.3 miles an hour in this test. So here's a look at the RAEV Bullet GT features. You can see it's got the Cafe Racer seat on it. This one has a single battery, but you can get one with a double battery as well. It's got a bright headlight. It's got an LED tail light in the back, and it's got a suspension fork, and it has adjustability for compression on that side and then spring tension on that side to tension up the spring. It's pretty basic, but it works well. And then there's this mounting bracket on the top where you could mount a tank bag or something. Mine has the single battery, 48 volt, 20 amp hours, that locks on with a key. Some of them come with a second battery. You can buy a model that comes with a second battery like that if you want, of the GT. It's an extra 8 amp hours, I believe, so that gives you 28 amp hours instead of 20. And it has a 7-speed Shimano gear set on the back, 750-watt, 48-volt hub motor, and CFT, BFT knobby tires on it. And then a spring, that's not a shock absorber, it's just a spring comes with it. On my bike, I upgraded that to an air shock, and it's a lot better now. So I'd recommend that if you get the GT, to immediately upgrade the shock. That thing is really pretty firm and not a lot of suspension going on back there. Hydraulic disc brakes on it. There's a closer look at the hub motor and the model number on the hub motor if you want to research it. And the throttle is a thumb throttle. And the controller is a pretty basic black and white controller. 3 pedal assist levels, and there's a look at the headlight and the tail light. It doesn't flash like that. That's my camera making it flash like that. So it's just a super bright LED tail light. And then the Cafe Racer seat is super comfortable, and it's just 30 inches high, just a little under 30 inches high. And now here's a look at the Bullet GTX. So this is $500 or $600 more. Coupon code in the description if you want to buy one of these. And it's got taller handlebars and a flatter seat, longer, flatter seat. It's got a single speed drivetrain on it. It comes with an air shock already installed. And there's a good look at that comfortable seat. And then V Huntsman tires, a 1,000-watt motor as opposed to the 750 on the GT. And it's 52 volts instead of 48 on the GT. So the GTX has a more powerful battery. That's 28 amp hours, 20 in the top battery and 8 in the bottom battery, a combination of 2 batteries powering this bike. And it has foot peg mounts. So if you want to put foot pegs on it, there's a sturdy mount that you can mount it onto. The brakes are more powerful than what you get on the GT. They are hydraulic, I believe 4-piston. And then the fork is exactly the same on both bikes. So GT or GTX, you're going to get the same forks. The V Huntsman tire is a lot more puncture resistant than the CST tire. So it's a much better set of tires. Same headlight, same tail light as you would get on the GT. And the seat height is close to 34 inches on this one, so it's quite a bit taller. So question is, which bike is right for you? I don't think you can make a really wrong decision, but hopefully this will make you make the best decision for you. So thanks for watching. Comment, like, subscribe. Use my coupon code if you want to buy one of these for $100 off.